I'm uploading this video after a very long time. So today I'm going to talk about something different uh, rather than in making series of 12 signs in astrology. So today I'm going to talk about uh, how moon and other planets affects a person's moods or mental health. And nowadays there is a lot of stress and pressure in every aspect of life. So how exactly these planets like moon and other planets, and what planetary position is causing the exact stress, depression, or any kind of other types of uh, can say mental disorders or any kind of traumas. So first of all, moon is not the only reason we consider in astrology. There are a lot of other planets which afflicts moon even with their own aspects over the moon, or it becomes, can say, heavy, or it dominates the moon to act on certain point, that we can say the trigger point. uh, on that trigger point, that person's emotion gets like that, all that flooded thing gets burst out. It just burst out of that person's system. And there is a word called mental breakdown, or anything, say depression, high level of depression, high level of stress, anxiety attacks, panic attacks. Nowadays everyone, almost all the persons have these anxiety, panic, depression issues, but some people addresses it, which is absolutely great thing. One really need to address these issues, because can these issues are being very uh, can be very problematic for further generations. So it's very important to address these issues at an early stages, or it might grow up and become a whole lot of big problem for that person. So it can be a big level of anxiety problem, or that person can start having panic attacks or total breakdown. So how to exactly know that if that certain person is strong, or he's not that strong? So some people get out of these problems quite easily. They can fight with their mind, like it's a fight between brain and mind, that it's life, things happens and all. But people with overly sensitive feelings, or people who are overly sensitive or very emotional, these kind of people, for them it becomes quite hard to get out of this situation very easily, or it takes a lot of time to get out of this situation, or there is need of certain medication or counselor to help them get out of this situation. But these issues are very serious issues, and these issues really need to be addressed at the early stages. If that person is feeling that he is depressed or stressed, these issues need to be addressed very early, at very early stages. I'm repeating this again and again, because it can be a huge problem in future. I've seen many cases that they don't believe in depression and stress, and they don't believe in these things, but those are the main people who are really depressed or stressed, and it can elevate, and further these peoples can have anxiety or attacks or panic attacks. So with proper treatments, with the help of proper counseling guidance and treatment from a proper medical practitioner, like a psychologist or a counselor or a psychiatrist, one can be absolutely fine. So let's talk about the planetary positions. So moon being the main, uh, moon plays the main part on moods and emotions, human emotions, or all kinds of emotion, all kinds of uh, can say mood swings, emotions, and everything related to emotions. So moon is the main planet which uh, control human mind and emotions. So when moon is in third house, or moon is in sixth or eighth house or 12th house, these people tend to get depressed or stressed or have anxiety issues or get panic attacks or have any kind of disorders like OCDs, ADHDs. They get on a very early stages of life. Even if moon is if planets like Saturn or Rahu Ketu, which is north node or south node, is aspecting moon, again people have this disorders or stress traumas. And if moon is aspected with Rahu or Ketu, people even have lots of people have childhood traumas or all kind of other kind of traumas too. But if it is moon is aspected by Saturn, or moon is let's say uh, is conjuncted with Saturn, so it's a huge fight between what is right and what is wrong. It's a huge fight between that in within that person, that uh, for to act on emotional basis or act practically to uh, because Saturn is totally a practical planet, and moon being an emotional planet, it's always a fight between that mind. So that's why that person can get depressed or have that anxiety disorders, because there is a poor kind of, can say, these fight can give that person poor self-esteem. So these person are tend to get depressed at a very early stage of life. Also, if moon is with Rahu's energy, north node's energy keep pushing that moon beyond its limits. Just like if if mind is tired, but the Rahu is keep on pushing and pushing, because Rahu is all about desires, that one wants to achieve this and one wants to achieve that. So because of that pushing behavior of Rahu, again that person can tend to get anxiety issues or can have lots of panic attacks because of underachievement. Because if that person is desired to be something or do something that probably way beyond limits, or can say academic education or many other factors, can say limits, again limits of that person. So these are the things which affects the moon. Also, if moon is with Ketu being an overly emotional planet, same way, if it's aspecting moon or is with the moon in any 12 in any 12 houses, that person becomes overly and extremely emotional person. So if anyone says anything wrong, not even wrong, but even if someone uses harsh words or uses harsh tone of voice, that person with moon and ketu conjunction or aspect get triggered like this. So because they are extremely emotional people, and moon with ketu in any sign, in any placement, these people are tend to get extremely emotional over so much issues that need not to be addressed in life, but they are like just very emotional. So these people get to tend to get anxieties and lots of traumas in early stages of life, and can say they have to get uh, constant counseling from counselors or constant medications to keep their mind calm. But if we talk about other things, these people can do yogas and pranayam. Meditation can really help to get out of this situation, because as remedy, if we see remedies side of these planet, Ketu depicts yoga. So yoga factor comes under Ketu, while to achieve a certain point, to achieve that, can say, to control the planet, yoga is the most powerful uh, technique, or can say a remedy, to get that Ketu's energy in control, under control. One person cannot control totally. One person cannot at all control a planet totally, but as a remedy to rectify that planet, or to rectify the energy of that planet, of it goes with Rahu too. Yoga is the extremely good remedy for Ketu and also for Rahu too. So with the help of pranayama and meditation, because also Ketu shows uh, guided meditation, and all kind of spiritual things comes under Ketu, and all kind of non-spiritual things comes under Rahu. So as a remedy for Rahu, one can uh, do like uh, one can have their desires controlled. If one wants to purchase a thing, they can always have those controlled desires to purchase that particular thing. So that way, Rahu can get controlled. It's a good remedy actually to control the mind. So yoga is the only way, possible way. Meditation, pranayama is the only possible way to control this energy of Rahu and Ketu, which is absolutely devastating and very destructive energy. And if it's with the moon, it becomes more destructive. Also, if Mars or planet like, if Mars comes with moon, it the moon becomes very aggressive. So that person becomes so aggressive, it acts aggressive even if we don't want to act aggressively, in every aspect, in romance or any kind of emotional thing or non-emotional thing. That person keeps on acting aggressively because of that Mars energy over moon. If sun comes with the moon or conjuncts moon or aspects moon, that person becomes overly egoistic. For no reason they keeps on showing that attitude and become overly egoistic. If Mercury comes with moon, Mercury and moon first of all are biggest enemies of the all 12 planets, so they don't do very well at all. It's always a fight between uh, can say heart and brain, so it's not a very good position for that person, Mercury moon being in a first sign. But on the other hand, these people can be very good orators, communicators. These people can give very good speeches, but there is an always a fight going on between their mind and brain as to being over as to act emotional or as to act on a practical way, because both are fast planets, fast moving planets, and it's just a fight between them. So that's that. And again, if moon comes under the influence of Saturn, there is a huge fight. Again, it's a huge fight because Saturn, I have already said that Saturn being a practical planet and moon being an overly emotional planet, so it's a fight between them. Again, Saturn is extremely slow, slowest planet, because it takes 2.5 years to transit from one sign to another, and moon being the fastest planet, it takes like 2 point almost 2.15 days or 2.20 day to move from one sign to another. So there is a huge distance and gap between them. That's why that person can go into trauma. That's why the person can go into traumatic can't say traumatic situation, but cannot get out of that traumatic situation very quickly, or that these planets keep on uh, hammering moon like hammering mind. So it's very necessary to take certain precautions, like if that person is having this anxiety or any kind of uh, mental disorder, like if that person is getting into depression or stress, it's very important not to neglect that and get treated as soon as possible, or just start doing meditation or pranayamas and all, because in future it's going to be a huge problem, and it's a good thing to get treated earlier than to it will be a huge problem in future. So that's that. Even I have seen moon in certain nakshatras, like if it's in Ashlesha nakshatra, that person can become so cruel and very dominating person and can be abuse you from time to time. Even Cancer being a very emotional and very uh, good sign, but that nakshatra under that is a nakshatra of snake, a serpent. So those persons on a positive side can be very uh, they have this leadership quality, they are very dominating, but from time to time these person can be very aggressive and emotionally manipulative. Again, I have seen moon in Magha nakshatra of Ketu. So these people tend or like to live alone, even if this sun sign of sun, like Leo sign is the sign of sun, they like to live in limelight in middle of the whole crowd, and whole crowd is cheering for them. But no, with Magha nakshatra they like to live alone. From time to time they like to have their own time. So again, they can be very overly emotional, because I have seen many Leos can become very overly emotional over many issues. Again, nakshatra like Jyeshtha nakshatra, again it is ruled by Buddha, like planet Mercury. It comes under uh, Scorpio sign. So these people can be very cruel. Like these people behave very inhuman on a level of very inhuman nature. So again, what aspecting moon or where moon is sitting or in which nakshatra moon is, or what sublord of moon is very important and crucial to detect and know the exact emotional or mental disorder problem or any kind of emotional problem. in that within that person, or that person is going to have those problems or had those problems and not addressed. So further, with investigation while investigating those kundalis, one can address these issues properly, and one can get treated and get out of the situation very uh, properly and easily. So I'm going to stop now with my interpretation of mental health, which is very, very complex and very huge issue. And in my next video, I will be coming up with new topics. So until then, God bless.